All right, so we're all ready to start?
Yeah, what's on the agenda?
Yep.
Okay. Hello, and welcome to Stasis Pod, the Beast Wars podcast. I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
I am Alex.
And I am David Tovarish.
As you may have guessed from a couple of comical Russian accents, the item on our agenda today is the agenda, Part 1, the first part of the 3-part Season 2 finale. In what...
Oh, man.
These are, spoilers. This episode is really good, and this 3-parter is really good.
Yes.
Yes.
And this first aired March 11th, 1998. It was written by Bob Forward and directed by, I believe that's Joel Schumacher, which explains why everybody has nipples and why Megatron has a really thick Austrian accent and keeps speaking in dinosaur puns.
No,
I was wondering why Cheetor had those nipples on his little furry chest piece.
Ugh.
I have a bone to pick with you, Optimus Primal.
A Maximal credit card?
No, I'm sorry. That joke was also from 1998. It was actually directed by Cal Schumacher. It is spelled differently.
Schmeitzer?
I just really wanted to do that joke.
Yeah.
First item in my notes, make Joel Schumacher joke.
The first item in my notes is Bob Forward. Means it is either an important episode or fart joke.
Well, not fart jokes, but it's kind of both.
It does have some good funny bits.
Yeah.
Long-term viewers may remember that Jen keeps mentioning a bit the period of time in which it was the network censors last week. Now I'm pretty sure this is the episode from that week.
Yes.
Yes.
Apparently at one of the BotCons, I forget whether it was Bob Ford or Larry DiTilio, but one of them said that, Rat Trap is super filthy in this episode.
Oh yeah.
And they were asked about that, and apparently this was I guess it wasn't a network censor because it was syndicated, and it was internationally syndicated, but they had an in-house person at Mainframe whose job it was to, basically tell them what they needed to scale back on and what was okay. So it was like sort of an in-house censor, who presumably was versed in broadcast standards and practices and whatever. And apparently this was that person's last week. So they just sort of hand-waved everything through. And you can tell because, this episode gets a little, questionable at times. Also, this episode, I swear, by itself, probably contains half of the euphemisms for butt that were established in the entire Beast Wars series.
There is a lot of butt in this episode.
Not what's important.
There are a lot of euphemisms for butt in this. Yeah. Talking about broomstick up your tailpipe, and it's a good episode. It's really, really filthy for a children's show.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, we open the episode, as we began the season, with bits of Optimus Primal's corpse floating through space.
Well, no. We start with a ring exploding out of Star Killer base that's just expanding through space.
Hey, no, that didn't have the ring. That's a special edition thing.
But that's what my notes say, because it's more relevant.
Stupid special edition.
Those were bits of Optimus Primal, weren't they?
Yes.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
It's definitely his chest plate.
I mean, he died.
Yeah. We don't see his screaming head the way we did in other voices, but there are definitely bits of him floating around.
I mean, that's the thing, is he didn't come back because he didn't die. He died, and he blew up into bits, and some of those bits we get to see again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Optimus, remember that transwarp explosion?
Okay,
Hard to
stupid
forget.
question.
Damn it, Rhinox.
Yeah, so he is tracking this transwarp wave, which is heading through both space and time somehow.
Yeah, what I'm trying to figure out how Rhinox is doing astronomy with a joystick.
Yeah,
Listen,
that is
Rhinox,
a weird
Rhinox
UI.
is really smart.
Yeah, he looks like he's got some sort of like really hardcore EVE Online setup going here.
Yeah, it's got a joystick with like flight controls and multiple buttons on it, and he's just staring at an astronomy map of Cybertron and its accompanying moons and stars.
Optimus,
It's
this
like
man is playing Galaga.
It's like
I'll
using
defend
your
Rhinox here in mainframe by proxy. That kind of joystick actually does make for a decent 3D camera control.
Yeah, I
There you
guess.
go.
Especially if it's one that has like the twist built into it where you can actually control something by tilting it left and right instead of or twisting it left and right in addition to tilting it in those directions.
It's just weird.
So yeah, this means
It's really
that,
jarring though.
the result of this calculation is that they are going home, and everybody's very happy about this.
Happy New Year!
Cheetor and Primal do a little dance. That is adorable.
Rhinox has a party horn from somewhere.
Where did he get the party horn? Wait, what?
They had those in the ship, just in case.
Are those actually called party horns? I can never remember what they're.
I looked it up. They are called party horns.
Okay, it's a party horn.
They have a bunch of other names too, but party horn is at least a name for them.
I used to have.
And it makes sense because he's a rhino. So of course he'd have a party horn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Bet that's in
And
the-
also, Primal calls Cheetor little buddy, which I find endearing.
Their do-si-doing is amazing.
Yes.
pretty cute.
And Silverbolt's he's a little introspective about this because it's the home he has never known.
Yeah, everybody else is happy. He's a little melancholy. It's like, we're going where? I don't know.
And also his mind is
He
a little
does,
elsewhere because he has an imminent booty call.
Yeah.
Now,
But we'll get to that later.
Silverbolt really does sort of take on the role that Tigatron played in these
Yeah.
episodes in the first season where they thought they were going home.
Like he's the kindest Maximal.
Yeah.
Rat Trap jumps on him and kisses him before inviting him to a nudie bar.
Yes.
Oh yeah, this is. What's the quote here? Yes, it is. It's a little place where you can get dirty mech fluid mixed with just a touch of radium, and Cheetor is listening in on this, so he lowers his voice a little.
Cheetor has the best look on his face, like, huh?
Like, oh boy, I really want to go to this dive bar with Rat Trap. And none of that, but the serving bots are walking around minus their torso plates. You know what I mean?
Which
And he taps on Silverbolt's chest.
just what?
He's so filthy in this episode.
It's filthy, but it's also weird. It's like he's talking about a topless bar, but if you take the top plate off of a robot, then there's still more robot under there and gears.
I mean, yes, but it's the sexy part of the robot. Don't you know anything about robots?
Exposed wires and gears.
Haven't you ever watched Futurama?
So what?
Oh, it's Bender looking at the center fold of a circuit diagram.
Like C-3PO's wearing a belly shirt and his wires are showing all the time? What?
Well, I mean, he's clearly gay.
Listen, this episode is going to be raising a lot of questions about robot sexuality.
Yeah.
I just want to know why Rat Trap thought he needed to hide what he was talking about from the horny teenager bot and not from the technically younger stick in the mud.
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of a teenager, but he's also kind of a child. Especially since where Cheetor really wants to go is 6 lasers over Cybertron.
Yes.
Cheetor is basically being treated like a 12-year-old at this point.
Well,
I'll say
and
that's
he's
about.
acting like a 12-year-old.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's,
Well, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, as the show, like the writing is treating him like a 12-year-old at this point.
But anyway, Silverbolt responds to this offer with, yes, obviously a veritable nexus of culture and refinement. How can I refuse? And the delivery is perfect.
Yeah.
It's another scene of Scott McNeil just insulting himself.
Actually, Scott McNeil has a lot of great McNeil on McNeil scenes in this episode.
Yeah.
In a lot of episodes.
Yes. But I mean, it's especially noticeable in this episode, considering that the overarching plot is extremely serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of good gags in this episode.
Yeah.
Anyway, Megatron has also calculated that the Maximals are going to, Cybertron is going to detect this, and given that, not only do the Maximals not like him, but he's also persona non grata with the Predacons, nothing is going to come for him that he's going to like.
Well, yeah, because, wait, didn't he steal the ship in the first place?
Yeah, he stole it, and as we're going to find out later in the episode, the Predacons are not thrilled with him either.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, Inferno reports that, those cavemen they tried to kill back in Kota Hero are scattered, so there's no way they can hunt them all down now. And so Megatron is, he's doubling down on his bet.
Yeah, he's got a Xanatos gambit going on. What?
He has one other high-risk option remaining, a gamble.
And that high-risk option is creep shots of Black Arachnia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People
see,
are always filming her. It's weird.
This is something that I realize is another trope, but the conveniently placed and/or edited security cameras. Where is this camera feed coming from? That is like she's walking into the camera. Is it buzzing right in her face? Does she not know? She doesn't seem to notice.
Well, remember he put that invisible tracking device on her back in Bad Spark, so maybe he also has invisible little flying cameras.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, Predacons do seem to have cloaking device tech, as we'll see.
Oh, maybe that's the last thing Scorponok did before he bit the big lava bath.
Oh, made a bunch of invisible cameras.
Yeah, he finally upgraded his little drone bees into smaller size and invisible. They got much better video footage now.
Yes. Yeah. No longer looks like footage from Clerks.
To be fair, it could be just, small enough to be functionally invisible.
Yes.
He could have nano cameras.
I'm sorry, I'm just imagining Scorponok yelling in agony as he sinks into the lava, but I wasn't even supposed to be here today!
It's like that rejected alternate ending, which would have spared us Clerks too.
Oh, I liked Clerks too.
Okay.
It's better than anything Kevin Smith's done since Clerks 2.
Well, I mean, okay.
Well, yeah, but it's not saying a lot. Has he done anything?
Well, he did that movie where Justin Long gets turned into a walrus.
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess Clerks 2 was the last thing he did that was okay.
I mean, apparently the climactic battle of that is set to Fleetwood Mac's Tusk, which kind of makes me want to watch it.
It kind of makes me think it should be a Funny or Die sketch, not a movie.
Well, yes. Anyway, Silverbolt is flying out to a secluded location where he gets a gun pulled on him, but it turns out it's just sexy roleplay, because it's Black Arachnia, and they're a thing now.
Yeah, and she said,
Yes.
I thought the gun would make it easier.
Like, what are you into, Silverbolt?
What?
Well, I think the
implication
was that, he's, as we discover, seconds after that, he's brought her a part.
I believe it's a hockey puck.
Yeah, he brought her a glowing hockey puck. So presumably, if she pretended that she was taking it from him by force, maybe that would make him feel better about the whole thing.
She's just more into role-playing than he is.
I think that's it.
Also,
I
he's
think
got this hidden in like a little compartment in his chest, and he's like entirely hollow under there.
Yeah, it's like people would have their spark.
It's toy accurate.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the best part. It's under his melted cheese. It's under his grilled cheese.
It does kind of look like a toaster oven.
I always thought it was like a scarf, but yeah, it's melted cheese looking.
It's grilled cheese. It's a grilled cheese sandwich.
Poor Silver.
I mean, he tells
Yeah, see, that folds down and it's just toy accurate empty beneath his head.
Yes.
Between his shoulders.
Yeah, as opposed to toy accurate hollow inside his head, which kind of comes up later in the episode.
Yeah.
So he tells her, Maximals are coming for us, and you can join with us, and you can be a Maximal, and they can reprogram you, which, no?
Yeah, no,
wrong choice of words there, dude.
Yeah. But no, she likes being herself, and Silverbolt likes it too, and then we're panning away because they're doing something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, it's great because it pans, they're clearly going to kiss each other, and it pans down. And I wonder if how much of it panning down was because they didn't want to show that on this kids show and have all the kids go ew, and how much of it was just the animators not wanting to have to figure out how to make him kiss with that snout.
I guarantee you it's
hard enough
entirely
making
because of the anime.
humanoids kiss in CG.
Yes.
It is entirely the latter.
Yes.
Yeah, it's,
They didn't want to have to.
They didn't want to have to animate it, but it lends a thing to like old Hollywood movies, how you would cut away. Like you just show their feet, and you just show...
And she does the thing where she raises one leg.
And
Yes.
she drops the hockey puck as if it were her panties.
And also her gun.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Bond movie.
Yeah.
But also he's got a furry mouth. He's got a snout.
Yeah, that is... I don't know how that's happening. I mean, if he's like a dog, there's probably a lot of tongue involved, which
Well,
I think we're all happier not seeing.
yeah, it kind of helps.
Yeah.
He has the snout because her face is behind that plate. Her lips are set back. So, it's complicated.
There are a lot of logistics here that I think just the animators and also everyone else just didn't want to get involved with.
Yeah.
Plus, they probably didn't want to answer the question whether or not she scratches him behind the ear while she's kissing him.
Ah.
Well, in that case, he would have been raising his leg and like scratching himself.
That's so great.
Yeah.
So do you think she ties him up later?
I almost certainly yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
this
she's a
is.
spider.
I mean, this is, I think, the closest we have got, or will likely ever get, to straight-up row-boning.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, it's
as
not.
is definitely implied by Rat Trap later on, they're not just kissing.
It's not the closest we get, though.
Really?
One of the Bay movies has leg humping from a robot.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Yeah, but,
that's not reproductive or
No.
consensual.
No,
Or
it's not
something I won't think about.
Yeah, we prefer to forget the Bay movies, really.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's time for something that we almost never get on Beast Wars, generics. I love generics.
I love these guys. I want a toy of them so bad.
Well, I mean,
You'll be able to buy one that makes the mistake of thinking that the red lighting is actually their color scheme.
No.
in a few months.
Well, we didn't get to those guys yet. The generic guys.
we get to like a space station. It's got a bunch of generics in it. The trans warp wave hits it, and everything goes all turbulency.
Oh,
Right.
did they ever get a name? Although they're basically all the same body with just slightly different colors.
They call it Predacon Command Outpost 1.
Oh, the place. No, but I mean the guys in the place.
No, they're just a bunch of generics.
Oh. Does the wiki
Just,
even have a
you know.
page for them?
Predacons.
Well, no, because it's just generics.
Oh.
They're just a bunch of Predacons.
Oh.
It is
You
cool
know.
to see them.
I like their
I
design.
mean, they're
They
just
got
like
sort of
recycled
antlers.
models. Probably a bunch of reboot parts in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the design of the space station, too.
It is
Yeah.
neat looking. It's specifically has kind of like it's like a 3-pronged claw, which is appropriate because that is where the Tripredicus Council meets.
Yeah.
Here, everybody, new characters, kind of.
Watching it again, I think some of those generics might have been the pre-Earth modes of some of the Season 1 cast.
I think so. Yes, mixed match.
Yeah.
So yeah, these guys are, I mean, they're never named on screen, and they really don't look like their toys.
No.
But these are apparently supposed to be Ramhorn, C-Clamp, and Cicadacon, the super cool Predacon combiner that was released as a toy, but as up till now had not shown up on the show.
So this is certainly, if it is those characters, it's certainly a better take on that toy than the Japanese version.
Yes.
We're a mariachi band.
But I mean, I love how dramatic this is. It's very red lit.
Yeah.
Their seats rise up from who knows where.
Yeah, they
and
just
they've got
come
this
up-
cool table.
Out of the.
They've got a
Yeah.
swinging lamp hanging from the ceiling.
Well, it's swinging
Got these-
because
It's a cool lighting effect.
the whole place has been shaking because the transwarp waves smacked
Yep.
the space station.
Yes.
Hasbro specifically asked for them not to use the Tripredicus individual names because it didn't look enough like the toys.
Okay.
Interesting.
Anyway,
I will note, and this is my deep cuts here. This is my being a huge nerd. But the one in the middle has, I guess that's C-Clamp? No, that's not C-Clamp.
No, that's
Cicadacon?
yes.
He's
Whereas,
got
like,
this
the baddies.
great, like, wing helmet thing going on. And the thing that reminds me of more than anything else is that a year before this came out, so it's possible that this could have been an influence, in 1997, the artist P. Craig Russell did an adaptation of Michael Moorcock's novel Stormbringer, in which the main character Elric had a helmet that I swear looked just like that. It had like a dragon and these dragon wings that went back exactly like that. So, yeah.
I thought that actually kind of reminds me more of I don't know what he was called, but like the Dungeons and Dragons, didn't they have miniatures? And there was a bad guy who had that hat.
Venger?
No. It was he was in armor. It wasn't Venger.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to assume that was also inspired by P. Craig Russell's Elric helmet.
Quite possible.
I was just thinking it kind of looked like, was it a Mazinger Z that kind of had the bad wings on the helmet?
Yeah.
Mazinger.
No? Maybe
Oh,
you're thinking of Devilman?
Maybe I'm thinking of Devilman.
Yeah,
I don't
not
know
a
the
robot.
animes. Anyway, there's also a big guy who has like something on like a big medallion on a chain around his neck, which I like to think is a clock.
That is Cicadacon.
Okay, let's get a
And yeah,
going from left to right. It's C-Clamp. C-Clamp. Ramhorn is the one with the bad ears, and the
Cicadacon.
Cicadacon is the one with the horns.
Okay.
Wearing the big chain and the medal on his chest.
Yes.
I really hope the BotCon set includes a medallion for him. I'm sure it won't, but
No, but
Yeah, boy.
actually I should work on a 3D printable one of those.
yeah, and maybe.
And also there's C-Clamp, who kind of makes me think of the Emperor from Star Wars.
Yeah, he's
The deformed head kind of does that, yeah.
Or like
got a-
Mr. Burns.
Melt-
And he's kind of got like a robe, sorta.
No. The other two guys are wearing sleeveless robes, but C-Clamp is wearing a barnacle.
Yeah, he is kind of wearing a barnacle.
Because
Maybe they forgot what animal he turned into.
What is the weird writing on the table?
I think, is it like Cybertronics?
Maybe.
It doesn't seem to be translated. I mean, maybe you never really get a good shot of it. It looks cool,
No,
though.
you definitely get a good
Really
shot of it.
good shot of it from above, but it kind of looks more like Runic
Yeah.
script because they're weird angles. Cybertronics is more curvy, I think.
Also, in that top shot, they do not hide at all that they blocked this scene for a camera.
Yeah. So anyway, this is super cool. We've got our usual voice actors kind of doing some generic bad guy voices, plus Lee Tokar, who we'll be seeing later.
Yes.
Or hearing later. And he's in a ton of, Canadian recorded animated shows. But yeah, so
But was he in The Outer Limits?
he was almost certainly on The Outer Limits. And probably on Stargate.
Yeah.
Maybe The X-Files. If it was shot in Vancouver, he's probably in it.
Yeah.
Was he ever on Highlander?
I'm gonna say yes. Hopefully doing the same accent he does on the show.
Yes.
Anyway, so they detect this wave first, and they know, now we know where Megatron is, but we don't want the Maximals to get there first. So they detonate one of their satellites to disrupt the wave so that it just passes by Cybertron. And, they're not too thrilled with Megatron, given the diplomatic repercussions they had to suffer from the Maximals.
Oh yes, talk of the diplomatic embargoes and trade.
What is this, episode
There's-
1?
Kind of.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's only for like 10 seconds where afterwards they go, they just make weird hissing noises.
And
Yeah.
That is a
There's
good
one
point.
slightly racist voice that comes up later, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's not offensive.
This is exactly the right way to handle those kind of politics. Mention they exist, don't go into details, keep the plot moving.
Yes.
We don't want to hear about how you had to drop your tariffs on Energon cubes.
You really don't.
So, there is an element of world building that I'm curious about here, but it's not brought up by the show, and I don't think it needed to be brought up by the show. But so was the Predacon ship stolen from the Maximals?
I think so.
I think so. Although, I don't know.
Because the implication they give is that their transwarp cruiser is like the first Predacon transwarp ship.
Well, the thing that blew up was a stasis pod that Tarantulas had cobbled together.
With a transwarp fuel cell.
Right, transwarp fuel cell from the Predacons.
Yeah.
Or, from the Predacon ship. At least that's the transwarp explosion, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, the thing they're detecting is the transwarp signature, and that came from a transwarp cell on the Predacon ship.
Yeah.
So presumably that's what they would have... And I guess they expect that the Maximals would detect that first, but both sides are able to track it and figure out what it is. And
it was a diplomatic incident, and I'm asking, is it the Predacon ship by virtue of the Predacons stole it, or was it a Predacon ship to begin with?
I have to assume it's the Predacon ship because it looks like a bad guy ship.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering about.
I mean, it's a little simplistic, but that's usually how these things work. It's all, pointy and evil looking.
On the other hand, it's also a lot like the ship in Galaxy Quest.
Oh, that's true. Anyway, so now that they don't have to worry about the Maximals, they do still want to send somebody there to kill everybody.
Yes.
Well, kind of. They end it with terminate with extreme prejudice. If it should come to that, it's like it's hard to tell from this scene exactly what they want, other than focusing on Megatron. It's like,
I mean, they don't really care about the Maximals.
Not really, no. They want Megatron back because he's kind of a criminal.
He's brilliant, but a rogue.
Yes.
Oh no. As long as he's not a Gambit, then I'm okay. Nobody wants him to be a Gambit.
No.
And I think the rogue accent would actually be worse than the terrible Schwarzenegger impression I was doing earlier in the episode. Just be calling everybody sugar. Anyway, they sent him in this super cool-looking invisible ship.
They sent their little agent.
Yes.
Very cool.
If Megatron is still operating his own agenda to terminate with extreme prejudice.
Yes. So, yeah,
it was the 90s, so, extreme prejudice.
Well, I mean, that's directly from Apocalypse Now.
Yeah. Okay.
That line said by a young Harrison Ford.
Oh.
And I also, just one last observation of the Tripredicus Council is that they really remind me of that robot council on Futurama. Silence!
Yeah.
Expect them to start talking about the crippling lug nut shortage.
Yeah. I love Cicadacon grabbing the lamp to stop it from swinging at the end.
Yes.
To end the scene.
He's just like, damn it, stop.
I just love these guys. It's such a short scene and such a lot packed into it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Such
it is
simple
monumental for as simple as it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Back at the Maximal base, Silverbolt is back, and Rat Trap seems to have a good idea of where he's been.
Oh, he does have a good nose on him.
What? No, it's...
Scout the enemy.
He's throwing in
says on Scout Patrol. Oh, yeah, scout the enemy, yeah. Find any new positions? He knows what's going on.
I'm not sure.
Just floors him.
Afterwards, it's like Rat Trap was guessing and is surprised that he was right.
Yes, it's like Rat Trap was like throwing innuendo at him because he thought something was going on, but he had no proof until he gets stomped on the floor. It's like, yeah, I was right.
Yeah, but I mean, he had, you're not just going to guess that.
Well, no, but he's got the best nose out of the entire Maximal crew.
Oh, does he smell like her perfume or
something else?
What? Yeah.
You can smell Energon Wick.
Don't think too hard about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible. This goes back to the whole thing, like, with Rampage and how, like, obviously stuff happened between episodes. It may well be that things... I mean, clearly things have been happening between episodes, Black Arachne and Silverbolt, to develop things to this point. So it's entirely possible that, Rat Trap has picked up on what's going on. I mean, he's a smart guy, especially when it comes to terrible things.
Yeah.
Yes.
The seedier it is, the better Rat Trap is at it.
Yes.
Yep. So now they know that, the maximal help is, they believe, imminent. So Megatron is going to attack right now. And
Yeah.
it just so happens that Inferno and Waspinator are setting up some kind of computer thing.
I love that. It's like Waspinator's building his first science lab.
Like, they're very carefully setting this thing up.
Yeah.
The thing is, they're like behind. There's like a rocky ledge or something between them and the Axelon, so they're out of direct sight of the Axelon. Presumably, Silverbolt just flew in. So how did he? Well, okay, I mean, I guess we know how he was kind of distracted. But you would think he would have seen them when he flew in, but apparently not.
Or maybe they only started setting up after he flew in.
Maybe it didn't take long.
Also, I love that Silverbolt took a swing at Rat Trap, and after the pull-apart part of the brawl happens, Optimus is just like, yeah, Rat Trap probably deserved it. I don't know what he said, but I'm sure it was justified.
I like that he says this isn't the time, as if to imply that there is a time when it is appropriate to beat up on Rat Trap.
Well, a lot of people have done it.
Yeah, I mean, there kind of is a time when it's appropriate to beat up on Rat Trap. He deserves it.
Yep.
Right, and then Primal has a line about the Predacons planning something subtle. And then Protoform X is not subtle at all.
Yes, Rampage. He says something about they're going to attack and it may be subtle, and then Rampage in his tank mode just comes up like this stone ramp and just lands on Waspinator and Inferno's science project. And then he's got his 3 missile barrels. The one at the bottom has like a poison symbol on it, like a skull and crossbones. Then one has a peace sign, and then the top one has like a little atomic sign. And then he fires on the base. It's not subtle.
No.
And it makes a huge explosion.
Yeah. Which takes out like 50% of their shields in those 3 hits.
Yes. And Rat Trap's asking, well, now what do we do? And Silverbolt has a line that actually made me have to pause it for a little bit because I was laughing embarrassingly hard.
Yeah.
Well, given our proximity, I breathe through my mouth.
Yes.
Yeah, I had to pause it because like for a second it's like, wait, what was he? It took me an actual second to like get. Oh, it's a rat stink joke. Silverbolt was making a joke in the middle of combat.
It's just so perfectly timed and delivered.
Yeah.
It's very good.
It is, and I'm not 100% sure it's a joke.
It's true. But with the speed and just the quickness, it's like, I almost feel like Scott did that live in the thing, and it wasn't in the script.
I'd believe that.
Just so off the cuff.
But luckily, the Maximals have reinforcements. Invisible reinforcements.
Yeah.
Something from above is just shooting at the Predacons, and they take off.
Yeah.
And we get to see Quick Strike again. What in tarnation?
Yes, we get a good old what in tarnation.
When was the last time we saw him? It's been a while. We didn't see him last episode.
No, he was in Code of Hero.
Oh yeah, he was in Code of Hero. But he wasn't in the episode before that.
No, he was not in that, and then he wasn't in a whole lot of other visits either.
No.
But anyway, we get them, and Optimus Primal decides that if whoever this invisible person, possibly Wonder Woman, if they'd wanted to destroy them, they would have attacked. So he just drops the shields and opens the skylight.
It's very strange logic, but it kind of makes sense since they probably only have like 10% of their shields left. They could blow them away anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they open it up, and it's not just the ship that's invisible, it's the guy that's invisible. And he's also got laser sights, so that's not good.
Yeah, it's basically just this. No one is standing there in the hatchway, but then these 2 red laser sights start seeking things out.
Yep.
Someone's seen Predator.
It's
Yep.
pretty great.
I love the invisibility effect on the ship.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous, and I'm not sure if it would have been easy or really difficult to do at the time based on the technology, because I feel like that kind of cell shading effect wasn't common to just do the flat 2D line that's properly in perspective based on the alignment of the thing.
Is it, well, how did they even do it? Is it like how they do the blur effects and do 2 layers? Like they have the ship on a separate layer and then just start fading it out?
Well, I mean, it's rendering the edge of the ship.
Yeah.
And then certain areas that it's defined as, like, important edges. So I'd actually like to see how they did that in whatever software package they did, but I doubt I ever will get to...
Yeah.
Like, I can think of ways I'd do that now in more modern stuff, but...
Yeah,
that looks like a really, really good execution for the time. Like, somebody went in by hand and did a lot of really interesting tweaks to make sure that worked the way it did.
Yeah, because it's not like they're just showing the wireframe of the ship.
Yeah. It's a very selective, almost illustrated, and it transitions through the perspective of the shot perfectly without screwing anything up, so really impressive.
Yeah. And equally impressive are Optimus Primal's deductive abilities, because apparently solely from seeing that his their visitor is invisible, he reminisces about how he's heard that after the Great War, most of the Decepticons were granted amnesty, and retired, but one of them was rebuilt as a Predacon. And I guess he's the only invisible guy on Cybertron.
Well, it's
because
possible.
he's right, and that guy is Ravage.
We said he's rebuilt
Ravage.
Which is all odd, but yeah. How many invisible guys were even in G1? 2?
Yeah, Mirage and Ravage.
So presumably it's still just Mirage is probably dead.
Oh, that's sad.
No, Mirage isn't dead. He's probably back on Cybertron hunting robo-foxes.
Turbo Foxes.
There we go.
Turbo.
Oh, my bad.
The ship was full.
And Ravage is one hell of a shot here.
Oh, yes.
His high-priced friends. I forgot about Mirage's high-priced friends.
Yeah, he's just doing the old shooting the guns out of everybody's hands, and it's super cool.
Ravage is, he's a badass here.
He's full-on super spy.
Yes. Yeah. And a specific kind of spy comrade.
Yes, he's got a thick Russian accent.
He has a super thick Russian accent, and it's great.
It's pretty great.
Not that realistic, but it is great.
Yes.
I mean...
Although, at this point, if he was going to be a red, wouldn't that make him a Maximal?
I mean, it's super realistic, because remember, half of G1 was voice actors doing bad accents.
Yeah.
The other half was actors doing bad impressions of dead actors.
Well, they weren't dead at the time.
So
Some of them were.
Yeah, so it's either this or, like, a Vincent Price impression.
Oh, yeah.
You say that like that's a bad thing.
That's
That
true.
wouldn't be bad. That really wouldn't work for Ravage as much.
No, it wouldn't work for Ravage, but I could see.
It was especially interesting because, I mean, at the time, back in the old days, the cartoon, the G1 cartoon continuity was sort of thought of as the default, and the comic was, and I've talked before about how, Beast Wars does acknowledge both of them in a way that you can sort of pretend that it's either one. But something about Ravage was that, of course, in the G1 cartoon, he was barely a character. I mean, he didn't talk. He was an animal.
Made Frank Welker animal noises.
Yeah, he made Frank Welker animal noises. And so it was, so in the comic, though, actually, and this, I think, got pointed out at some point in the UK stuff, he basically fell in a hole in, like, issue 20 and was forgotten about for, like, 40 issues, something like that. Yeah, he when he finally shows up, he's with Scorponok's group on Earth, and that's after I'm like thinking out loud here. That's after Matrix Quest. So yeah, we're talking in the late 60s here, late 60s, 70s-ish here, that he actually shows up again. So for about 50 issues, he was just in a hole, and but before he fell in a hole, and after he was retrieved from the hole, he was a character with, like, actual speaking lines and stuff. So the idea of having Ravage as a sentient, well, as basically as a non-animal character was something that drew a lot more from from the comics than from the cartoon.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
And portraying him as Russian kind of makes a lot of sense because, well, like, there was a 4 million year long war, an eternal Cold War.
Yeah.
And we really get the sense from the Tripredicus Council that it's a cold war between the Predacons and the Maximals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I think the joke there was that the Maximal symbol is red.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
That's how it started.
Yeah, that was the really basic joke I was going for.
That was the initial joke, which sadly I have now explained for you. That's ruining it.
It wasn't that good a joke to begin with. He couldn't have ruined it more than I already did.
Well, if the Maximals are going to be the reds, then the Predacons have to be the purple, white, and blue?
Actually, I think the Maximal
colors.
logo was usually green on the toys.
Yeah, but the Autobots were red,
Yes.
Yeah.
which
Anyway,
is interesting,
yes.
considering it started in the 80s when red
That's
was
true.
associated with communism.
Yes.
Well, their primary colors were associated with America, too. So.
But what matters more to me, as someone who was a diehard comic person back in the 90s, was that this drew more, even just that little tiny bit, drew more from the, because I don't think he ever actually just straight up turned invisible in the cartoon either.
No, he
No,
would
I think-
hide in shadows. Didn't he have, like, what is it, tech spec thing, like concealment circuits or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. And that definitely comes into play a lot now that he's in More Than Meets the Eye, which has been the first piece of Transformers fiction which made me even vaguely tempted to name my black kitten Ravage.
I always liked Ravage as a kid because I had him, and it's like he shows up here. It's like, oh my god, Ravage! He's still got a cat head. Why does he have a cat head?
It
Yeah,
was,
he's basically the Transmetal Cheetor model with regular hands and a cat head instead of his robot head.
Yeah.
yes.
And they would later do that as the toy.
Yes.
Yeah. Which does kind of make it odd since he makes a comment that the Maximals look kind of weird. Dude,
I mean,
you have a
they
cat
have-
He
head.
said they looked different,
Than
Yeah.
he expected.
which really just means that they don't look like his original files on them, which is fair enough, really.
Yeah.
It's true. But his delivery is kind of like, wow, you guys look like animals. You look like an animal.
He's more commenting on them being transmetal.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I figured. Because it's some of them, and not all of them. Presumably Rhinox looks, oh yeah, that's Rhinox.
Yeah.
So,
Or whatever his pre-Rhinox name was.
Tank off.
I have no contribution to that.
Well,
sadly.
if it was Tankox, then the Maximals in Beast Machines are really stupid.
Yeah.
Who is the mysterious Tankor? Could he be our old friend Tankox?
To be fair, the Maximals and Beast Machines are really stupid.
Okay, true.
Yeah.
And he's also kind of got guns that kind of look like his old weapons on his toy, which is neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it turns out that Rat Trap also hates Decepticons.
Yeah, that's not a shock.
Well,
But Ravage is actually super friendly and helpful.
yeah, he shows up and he's like, hey, I'm also after Megatron. Let's work together on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, apologies for the whole Megatron thing. We're super sorry about that. But then he also lies and says that the Maximals just couldn't detect the transwarp signature.
Well, that's not
wave.
really a lie. They couldn't detect it, and maybe he
They
doesn't.
couldn't detect it because they were stopped from detecting it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
And I
a
also
lie
wonder if
by
that's kind
omission.
of crack on, how Russians in fiction invariably insist on the superiority of Russian technology, like Chekhov in Star Trek.
Well, yeah. Well, it is kind of thing. Like the Russian spies were actually better spies. They had a better spy network set up in America. They won the spy game. They just lost the Cold War.
Sure, and that Barbara Bach in Spy Who Loved Me was way better than James Bond.
Yeah, James Bond, not that good at the actual business of being a spy.
No.
If you don't want your target dead and every woman proximally involved slept with, maybe hire someone else.
Send 0012. But, if you've got to deal with Christopher Walken and his evil blimp, maybe send James Bond.
Oh, yeah, Max Zorin.
Oh,
Well,
that
if you
movie
got a
is-
showy villain, you send a showy hero.
That's true. That's true. So anyway, back at the Predacon base, Black Arachnia is making a stasis pod fly
Yeah, she
with
built a.
that hockey puck she got from Silverbolt.
Yeah, she plugs it in and it floats.
Yes. And then Megatron calls her in.
Yeah.
Because something's going on in Subsector Hooks.
Hey, I know that name. I've heard that name. Wait, who's Hooks?
Hooks.
Jan, please
Hooks.
explain to us who Hooks is.
Yes, he is someone who was involved in Alt-Toys Transformers back in the day. He was Californian, and so he actually, I believe he ran into Bob Forward a couple times, because Bob Forward... Actually, the one thing you notice seeing Bob Forward at BotCon is that he is very Californian. He just has that look like he's been out, like, maybe hiking up some mountains and then coming home, and I don't know. Like, he just feels very Californian in that sort of vaguely rugged yet suburban way. He was someone who was on Alt-Toys Transformers and who got to be pretty good buddies with both of them, both Larry and Bob, but especially Bob. He's round about the fandom every so often.
Yes, the ever elusive Hooks.
Yes, he has only been to, I think, one BotCon.
Oh.
And you're sure that wasn't Brian Kilby in disguise?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think we would have noticed if it was... But
I think it was, given that Hooks is a black person, seeing Brian Kilby in blackface would be pretty noticeable.
On the other hand, I've never seen the two of them in the same place at the same time.
It's true.
That's true. I do actually have a photo of Hooks at BotCon, so I can say that was him that one year, unless it was just a really impressive disguise.
I assume it's black and white and super grainy, like that picture of the Loch Ness Monster.
There was a picture of a submarine.
Yeah, it's actually a picture of a toy submarine with a Hook's head on it.
And Hooks is just his last name, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's James Hooks.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, Megatron's called Black Ragni in, bellowing amusingly.
You bellowed?
You bellow.
Yes.
I think I've actually used that line in college quite often. It's like one of my roommates would say something in the distance. I come back into the in the kitchen, like they're making food. You bellowed?
Yeah, it's a pretty impressive bellow.
Yeah. And he notes that she wasn't around for that fight, but so he sends everybody out to fortify the base, and then he gives Waspmater a special mission, because that can only end well for Waspmater.
Aw, he's so excited about it too.
And more use of the blur effect of characters in the background.
Yes.
So the production values in this episode are better.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, animation is gorgeous.
Yeah, well, it's a season ender, so basically all of the budget they still had left, just pour it out.
It's a 3
Cancel the Office Pizza Party.
I mean,
You gotta render a Ravage.
they made 4 new characters.
Yeah.
Counting
Plus a bunch of generics. And actually, we're going to get a bunch of other models in Part 3.
Yeah. And there's a whole new ship they had to build. They did a lot for these last 3 episodes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, maybe they had budgeted at some point for a double season like season 1, and they just had all this money left over, so they just threw it at this episode.
Good.
All right, so as Megatron predicts, the Maximals are attacking. They're all loaded onto the transwarp cruiser, and he says the ship's got several advantages, and there's also another advantage inside the Predacon base. Meanwhile, at Tarantula's lair, we got one.
Yeah, Tarantula shows up.
Flips out into.
And Potts pounds on the alarm. Tarantulas go sliding down the fire pole into the Ecto-1, and he is off.
I really like the way Ravage's ship converts to camouflage mode.
It is so cool.
And apparently it's not the ship doesn't have the invisibility power. He has the invisibility power, and he
Yeah,
can extend it to the whole ship.
Best
He
part.
plugs his hands into it, but it's so weird that even the crew, not the crew, but the Maximals on the ship are invisible to themselves when this happens.
Yeah,
it's so weird.
That makes sense, but it's creepy.
Yeah, just
You would
the way the
think that
effect
it would
is
just be
done
the
is-
outside of the ship, but no,
Yeah.
it's inside it too.
Yeah,
Yes.
because first Ravage turns invisible. Then the ship where he's plugged his hands in starts to turn invisible. Then it fades back and slowly creeps up, and the invisibility devours the Maximals.
And the Maximals are kind of not cool with it.
Well, especially
this
not
is weird.
Cheetor.
Yeah.
Yes. And speaking of things Cheetor isn't cool with, the plan is to just drop the floor under from the Maximals so they can skydive into position here. And it's really cool.
It is such a badass sequence. I love Rhinox jumps out of the plane and then just lands on his feet.
Yeah,
After Ratchet uses him as a human shield, a robot shield.
Again, like I said, I've been playing too much Fallout 4, so that was definitely a power armor jump and land. Just
It was just
and also,
Rat Trap is definitely using Rhinox's power armor.
Yes.
And also, Cheetor has to be pushed out of the ship, even though he can fly.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the best part, because the first Silverbolt, Primal, and Rat Trap fall out. Primal and Silverbolt convert to flight mode, and then Rat Trap has to grab onto Rhinox, who jumped out last after or was Silverbolt last?
It's Silverbolt who has to push Cheetor out of the ship.
Okay, but yet, and then just Rat Trap's clinging on to Rhinox as he crash lands, feet first. He doesn't need a flight mode. And then Cheetor remembers, I have a flight mode. Too late. He completely Wile E. Coyotes into the ground.
He completely Wile E. Coyotes into the ground, and then his flight mode deploys and shoots him into a rock.
As he's falling, he's like Cheetor, like Jet's maximum burn, and then he hits the ground, and then his jets come on, and then it just drags him.
It might be the dumbest thing Cheetor's ever done, but I think it's also the biggest laugh the entire show's gotten out of me.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Poor Cheetor.
Good. Yeah.
So, Rampage gets blown up. Black Arachnia takes off in her flying stasis pod. Silverbolt gets the order to shoot her down, and doesn't.
It's a pretty good fight. Most of the Maximals are taking out the Predacons quickly, except Cheetor screws up again. He gets shot by the auto guns, and Waspinator's all... And at this point, Waspinator has a tongue in bug mode.
Yeah,
That's
this
never
is
happened before.
Upsetting.
It's weird.
So many tongues. Because he also has one in robot mode, as we find out later.
Well, yeah,
and a lot of tongue.
I guess.
It's rolled up like a fruit by the foot. Anyway, so she takes off. Ravage just starts pummeling the Predacon ship with his ship's blasters.
Yep.
But Megatron is still giving orders, up to the point he gets bound in the crimson rings of Ragador.
Yeah, because the computers in the base are just shorting out. I bet he misses IT Scorponok now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I guess somebody seems to have shut down the base's computers. Who could it be?
The base is being buffeted with all these explosions, and he's just in his floaty chair, just like bouncing around.
Yes.
The floaty chair. It's like, Megatron, get out of your floaty chair and go fight something.
Yes. No. And in the name of the Pax Cybertronia and the Predacon Alliance, Ravage places Megatron under arrest.
So hey, show's over.
Yep.
The Beast Wars are over. Megatron, you lose.
Apparently, in the Japanese version of this, the way this was presented to me back in the day is that Ravage would just say meow after everything. I assume that what he was actually saying was nyan, which would be the Japanese meow. But there was something... I should have looked this up earlier, but there was something about him that became attached to the phrase, "You're under arrest, meow."
Well, I'm just picturing that scene. It's like that scene in Super Troopers where he's dared to arrest Megatron while using the word meow as many times as possible.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. We have mentioned before about how the Japanese translation of Beast Wars was not as serious as the and
somehow more comedic.
That's one thing, is that he would say Nyan after all his lines, including arrest Nyan.
That was the episode title.
Yes,
Japanese.
that's right. That's what it was. The episode title
Yeah.
for the Japanese airing of it was "You're Under Arrest, Meow."
Well, apparently the second part is called "I Do Love You." Oh, actually, I guess it makes sense with the rest of the. Like, "You're under arrest, Meow." Oh, that just tickles me in the right way.
I'm just wondering what a Japanese Russian accent sounds like. Probably.
Oh, I'm not even going to try.
But it's still not. Ravage fights crime in any time. It's wonderful.
Oh, well, now I want to seem as like the partner to Barricade.
Actually, I just pulled up the TF Wiki stuff, and seasons 2 and 3 were called Beast Wars Medals over there,
Yeah.
and it mentions that since the above episodes were released theatrically, they are not included in the show's proper 26 episode list, with their places being taken by 2 original clip shows. Episode 14, Where is the Banana? 26, Remix, I Lost the Banana.
Oh, this is based on VHS with an episode called "I'm a Crab."
I think that's Bad Spark.
Probably. It's Japan.
Oh no, wait, no, that's the title of Transmutate. I am a crab.
Really?
Yeah. That's.
They didn't take this season quite as seriously as America did, I guess.
So, yeah, that is it for the agenda part 1. This is an amazing kickoff to an amazing 3-parter.
Yes.
Yeah, it was hard to resist not to just watch the next episode.
Yes.
Which was odd, because this actually felt like a longer episode, because, again, more
There's
stuff
so much
crammed
stuff
into it.
happening.
Yeah, it's a mile a minute.
Because by the time Ravage showed up in the base, I figured, okay, this is the end of the episode, because I haven't seen this in years. And it's like, oh no, it keeps going.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that was only 17 minutes into the episode.
Yeah, well, the wiki lists the Japanese title of this episode is Taiho Dainya. So,
Yeah.
You're Under Arrest, Meow. Portuguese got The Plans Part 1. Spanish was The Agent Part 1. The Program Part 1 for French Canada. You're Under Arrest, Meow. For by Japan.
Oh, so yeah, this is the pinnacle of Beast Wars in general, and is one of the best episodes of Transformers in general.
Yeah, it's good. It's got that little G1 touch for all the old school nerds.
Yeah, because previous episodes, we just had mention of RC or other things. This time we have Ravage dropped into our lap.
Yes.
This is not only on par with Possession back in season 1, it goes beyond it to make it not just this episode is about this G1 character showing up. It's actually part of an important part of the ongoing plot.
And there's great action. It's funny.
Yeah. It's Cheetor falling to the ground before his jet's cut on, and then his jet's cut on.
The first partially on-screen robot kiss.
Yep. And the first off-screen robot other stuff.
Yeah.
The first Rat Trap being genuinely filthy.
Oh, he's so sleazy. It's amazing.
Oh,
So bad.
torso plates off. It's so weird. Like, oh.
And unfortunately, well, these were presented, I think, on consecutive days. You're going to have to wait a whole 7 days until the next exciting episode of the Stasis Pod.
Sorry.
Well, in syndication we had to wait.
That's
Those
right.
of us
And
that didn't have...
No, actually, in Canada, they did show these on consecutive nights.
Damn it.
So, sucks to be you, syndication boy.
Ah.
But now you have them on DVD. You can watch them immediately.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go watch them right now. I might.
I'm going to resist that particular urge.
Yeah, but, until then, you can contact us in all manner of ways. We are on Twitter at @StasisPod. We're on Tumblr at stasispod.tumblr.com. And we're on Facebook at facebook.com/stasispod.
And our RSS feed is hosted on iconunderground.net.
And if you prefer, you can also get us on iTunes, and while you're there, rate and review us. And hey, if you want to write in with your views on the parallels between the Cold War and the Maximals and Predacons conflict, or if you like to hang out with two of your friends in a red-lit room whilst wearing your giant clock on a chain, then, or if you want to tell us about anything at all, then just write into the old Maxa mailbag at stasispodcast@gmail.com. Do it, and maybe we'll read your letter on the air, if it's not as obscene as, say, most of Rat Trap's comments in this episode.
Oh, who are we kidding? Even if it was, we'd probably read it.
Yeah.
Your erotic friend fiction, write her in.
Oh.
So until...
You're not going to surprise me. I edit romance for a living.
What if it involves robots?
I did have one that involved some sort of steampunk automatons one time.
This will involve both robots and robots.
That's fine.
So here's a question. Before we get finished. Is this the only fictional appearance of Ravage that does not have him in that one pose from the box art of his G1 toy?
Yes.
Oh.
I don't even think this Ravage could get in that pose.
He kind of could, but it would look silly.
The
And now
toy
I'm
of
imagining
him
him in that. So, hey, people who do
The toy
art,
could-
send that in to us.
The toy could, because it could turn into the cheetah or
Yeah,
cat.
the cheetah mode. Now just think like a humanoid person doing that pose. Just kind of, pouncing and making jazz hands. So,
Sorry for interrupting the ending spiel.
no, not at all. So, until next time, I'm Rob. Meow.
I'm Jen. Meow.
I'm Alex. Yeah.
And I'm David. Meow. Meow. You're under arrest, Meow.
Just as soon as he said that line, that popped into my head that had been something.
I can't believe they named the episode that. That's the best episode title from what I can tell out of the entire Japanese release of the show.
I Am a Crab is dumber. It's not as good.
I am a crab.
Actually, depending on how they did his verbal tick, it wouldn't be that much different than G1 characters. But
Yeah.
judging by Japan, it was probably meow.